Let's listen. Here's Joe Woods on where this defense is.
I thought there'd be more continuity. Thought there'd be more things we could do at this point. Not that more means better, but we do have some young guys in there playing for us, at all three levels of the defense, and they're learning too. But I feel like we'd be further along, obviously, and like I said, there's a lot of things we're trying to clean up. We just have to clean them up in a hurry. In games, like you see the scores, you see the yards, but it really comes down to like 3 or 4 plays. If you make a play, now you're not out there for the next 8 plays, you don't give those scores. And I just felt like we've been inconsistent in terms of executing the scheme, in terms of fundamentals. You saw that last week. For us, from a coaching standpoint, there's things, I know you guys asked the question, what are we doing more? There's things we want to do, but if you're not consistent and playing well, you're really trying to pull back until you can get that.
And again, Quincy, the defense has been woefully inconsistent, and there's plenty of blame to go around.
Yeah, but there's one guy you can fire that represents all the defense, and there's a bunch of dudes you can't really fire on the defense.
Yeah, you're absolutely.
That's how it works out.
Yeah.
That's how it works out, unfortunately, for Joe Woods. There's one guy who has the title of defensive coordinator. The defense is a title made up of like 12 dudes or 11 dudes, at least on the field at a time. So, yeah, it's just what's going to happen. He knows it. We know it. Everybody knows it. This is a defense that's bad enough to get you fired in the middle of the season, and it doesn't look like there's any solution, that's going to pop up unless these guys magically start to play better. And then we're talking about this week 7. Like, it's deep into the season to be still talking about, hey, man, they're knocking off rust or something, or we got young guys out there, right? Like, it's too deep in the season to think that that's just going to click at some point, right? And he sees it, we see it, everybody sees it. This is a defense that can get you fired. And, and for Joe Woods, this is much deeper than just getting fired. You know how hard it was for him to get a defensive coordinator job before this? Like, it's going to be so much harder for him to get even close to back up here. I'm pretty sure he's somebody who aspired to be a defense head coach somewhere, so I can see why he's even deflated, because now he knows, man, he's going to have to go back to being a position coach somewhere, going to have to climb back up the ladder and then see if he can get another opportunity again. It's deflating for everybody. It really is. Nobody wanted to be here. Everybody on that defensive side of the ball had the intention to be the best defense in the NFL. And it turns out that this is the worst defense in the NFL, because it's not where you want to be. And everybody knows when you have a disappointment that big, somebody usually goes. And he knows it's probably him.